Hey guys, what better way to spend a Saturday night than to list stuff on eBay? This is some of the stuff that I've made a turbo listing on. This stuff here is brass bell and a bunch of washing machine parts and a dryer part, little furnace parts and microwave switch for microwave ovens. So I've made turbo listings for all that stuff, and now I just have to photograph it. So, this is my little photographing studio and little on off switch there. And so, yeah, I'll probably just try to fill out those two shelves. And then once those two shelves are full, I'll take a whole bunch of pictures of everything. I'll show you what I'm working on right now. So this is just a vacuum cleaner that I took apart probably a couple weeks ago or maybe a week ago. So I'm just going through it now. This vacuum was pretty nasty. This bag over here, it's all fabric. I'm kind of contemplating, should I bother washing that or not? It smells like an old dog. I hate that smell. Anyways, some of this other stuff is kind of useless, but I thought I'd look it up anyways, because a lot of these things have part numbers on it. So they're pretty easy to look up. But I just went over here. Sorry, just let focus here for a second. So this is a Sears Parts Direct website, and this is from a Hoover vacuum cleaner. This is from a Hoover vacuum cleaner. So there's the sticker from it. So I looked up the model, and this popped up. So here's the whole schematic. So I've just been trying to find some of these parts, and there's a couple of them that sell, like the wand will sell for 12 or 15. This thing will sell for another 15, maybe. But this is the motor from it. If you can see here, this store is trying to sell theirs for 204 Canadian. There's a cheaper one up here for about $100. So let's check out if anyone has bought one of these motors. And yeah, someone did buy one of these motors for 115 bucks. So here's the motor that I have. So it's pretty beat up, but that's the motor from the vacuum. And so, it worked fine. I plugged it in and tested it. But as you can see here, this fan blade is pretty chewed up pretty good. And there's some pieces and the screws and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and try and sell this. I'm just going to clean it up as best I can. And I'm going to, when I take photographs of it, I'm going to have it disassembled like this, but my main photograph will be of it totally assembled. And then I'll disassemble it and I'll show the customer exactly what they're buying, just so that, I'm not trying to hide anything from them. But yeah, there's no doubt this stuff can get pretty nasty. Like it's really dirty, really gross. But ask yourself, like, how much, if you're in a grind, you need cash, rent is due, whatever. Just ask yourself, like, what would you do for $100? Would you take apart something like this and get your hands dirty and try and sell it? It's not automatic though. You have to put in the work, and you have to make a big effort. With eBay, it's very time consuming, taking pictures and listing stuff and customer service, but it's paying off. You just do this stuff like this over and over, and you will make money. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Monday night, and this is what I sold over the weekend. And here in Canada, we had a long weekend, so Monday post offices are closed, so I can't do any shipping, but I'm going to do all my shipping tonight, get it out for Tuesday morning. So out of all this stuff here, the only thing I really bought was this thing here. Is a door knocker. I sold it for $45, and it's going to British Columbia. It's just a brass little door knocker, Scottish bagpiper. I think I bought that for like around $5 or $7, something like that. And I remember the estate sale that I got from. It was an awesome estate sale. Bought a whole bunch of stuff at that place. I bought a sealed Nintendo Wii in the box. I also bought like a big electrical mechanical calculator from the 1950s. I cleaned up at that place, but I remember I bought that along with some whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, so $45, definitely made a little profit on that. All right, I sold 2 microwave plates over the weekend. One is 13.5 inches, and the other one is this 10 5/8. So I sold 13 for $24.95, and that one for $19.95. Both of them going to Ontario. Definitely have spent a lot of time organizing all of my microwave plates. So I organize them basically by the size and by the coupling, like attachment, that center coupling, and if they have these little bumps on them. Some of the plates don't have bumps, but these ones do. So spent a lot of time organizing my listings. I think I have like 10 or 13 or so listings just for microwave plates. I think it's paying off because I get microwaves all the time. So every time I get a new plate, it's pretty rare that I have to make a new listing. All I do is I just take that plate and I plug it into one of my existing listings on eBay right now. And it's a really good little system that I got going on. The odd time I have to make a new listing if I get an odd shaped one. But yeah, that's been going well. I sold a remote control for a Panasonic DVD player. Sold this for $24.95 and $14 for shipping. It's going to Ontario. Just something I got at my bin. I sold this little capacitor, $9.95 and $10 for shipping. It's going to United Kingdom. Pulled this out of a hot water boiler system. So I had 3 of them, but they've all sold, and I've sent them all overseas. This is just a little pressure switch from hot water tank, and I sold that for $19.95. And yeah, just pulled that from a hot water tank, and definitely going to try and take more of them off because I get them all the time. This is an old compressor relay for a refrigerator. See there, it's made by Matsushita. Yep, Matsushita. So that is from an old refrigerator that I got. Someone dropped it off in my bin, and yeah, it ran perfectly fine. It was just very old, had some cosmetic damage, and this fridge, I think it was from the 1980s, late 1980s, very old refrigerator. So yeah, I just pulled the relay off, and I made a little bit of scrap. It was actually in a video, probably like 4 or 5 videos back. All right, over here, these are just some burner elements, standard burner elements, and you get the drip tray and this ring, for around the elements. So they're 2 identical ones. I sold them each for what was it? $16.95. So they sold both of them together for $33.90 and $17 for shipping, going to Quebec. So I don't usually pull these off anymore. This has been in my store for quite a long time, and unless I guess it's in their really good condition. I've seen some sellers, selling the whole set of 4 altogether. But yeah, I don't really pull them off anymore, just because the internet. There's so many on the internet right now, and you can get them pretty cheap. Gentek, very common capacitor you can find anywhere. So I only sold this for $12.95, and what was it? $14 for shipping. It's going to Quebec. All right, so this is a Garmin GPS unit. So I was looking this up, and then I saw that some of these GPS units are selling for well over $100, if not more than that. So I got really excited when I saw it, but this particular model, Nuvi, I think that's how you say it, this is probably like the earliest one of that series. So then obviously the company started making more after that, and the newest ones can sell for over $100, but this is like one of the first models that came out. So I only sold this for $40. I tested it out in the truck, turned on, touchscreen works, everything works great. So this is something I got at a recent porch pickup of a whole bunch of boxes of stuff that I picked up. So yeah, $40. It has 13 for shipping, and it's going to Ontario. So this is one customer bought two different things from me. He bought a limit switch. This is a 3-inch. Just trying to find some light. 3-inch limit switch for a furnace. Sold that for $24.95, and then he also bought this condenser trap from a Lennox furnace. So this is a condensation trap. You see the furnace inducer motor sits right on there, and then when the the furnace makes lots of condensation from the flame, so all the water falls through here and it goes into this trap, and then eventually the water will go out this hose into a sump pump or wherever. The only thing about this is that when I pulled it off, this gasket was all messed up like that. So I made sure that when I was listing it, I made sure I noted that on the listing. So anyways, that sold for $49.95. So a total was, for these two items, $74.90, and he paid $38 for shipping. And it's going to Wisconsin. I sold this little contact relay from an air conditioner. It's in good shape. You know, it was a replacement part that was added to the air conditioner right before the air conditioner got changed out, because there's no rust or anything on the metal parts here. So really nice condition, and so I sold that for $17.95. That is going to Illinois, $22 for shipping. Last thing I sold here, this is a Nikon lens for a Coolpix camera. I took a best offer of $50. Can't quite remember where I got that from. Total of, I think it was 15 items and 13 customers. So it was busy, a lot of small sales, but yeah, it was a great weekend. Hey guys, just picked up a load from the shop, from the HVAC shop. Today they gave me 3 air conditioners. They're all the same size. And a bunch of stuff down there. And a couple other things. I'm going to bring it all out and show you. Show you the best parts of that load from the shop. This is a boiler. Has a ACR inside of it, along with a little motor. That's great. It's all hollowed out. Also got a hot water tank today from the shop. A little motor and 3 air conditioners. 1, 2, 3. This big ACR right here. Lots of great copper on that. It's really thick. That is from the boiler. That boiler over there. And just some of this wire. This wire that's worth stripping. So I have to go back to my my drop-off bin because it is full. I went to it the other day, but we were using the SUV here, so couldn't put anything inside of it. But yeah, if it was a long weekend, it's very full, so I have to go and empty it all out. All right, let's see what we have here today. This parking lot's pretty bumpy. Got a lot of potholes around here. Oh yeah, lots of stuff. This is what it looked like yesterday. Oh man, there's some vintage stereo right there. Ooh-wee, this looks good. Let's go take a look. Alright, we'll start off over here. Old bed frame. Pretty heavy steel there. There's a little shelf behind it. That's more routers. Looks like a trampoline, old trampoline, and a pool. That's from a pool. That looks aluminish. Looks like aluminum. DeWalt stereo, bunch of these screws. Yeah, those aren't too bad. That's like 2.5 inch. I could use those. That's cool. A little bit of Romex wire there. There's more screws there. That's cool. Yeah, so lots of... Actually, this is aluminum here. That's probably steel from the pool. That's aluminum. Nice. Got some more pool aluminum there. And some other metal conduits. Aluminum. Looks like an old gazebo back there. And more of the trampoline. This is a big roll of that pool. This is really good stuff to have, just on hand, just in case, like if you have a metal roof or something, or you can use that as a shed roof. Really good stuff to have kicking around. I already have quite a few rolls of it. See some more aluminum back there. Some chain link fence. Somebody cut this bathtub in half. Alright, let's take a look at this. This looks cool. Looks like some... Well, this thing is obviously broken. This guy looks good. Looks like a Sony FM receiver. So, I'm just going to take it all out and put it in the truck. Yeah, so I managed to fit it all in the truck at once. So I brought it all home, one big load. And not a bad little haul here. Got some aluminum. It's a good mix of aluminum and steel. Tiny bit of copper, tiny bit of brass as well. Some other, the end of the bathtub there, a little bit of brass, and some aluminum siding, which is another category of aluminum. Yeah, so pretty good. And the heaviest piece though was that pool liner. It's just one big long piece of steel. I'm claiming that's about as heavy as a hot water tank, if not more. It's really heavy trying to get in the back of the truck here. But managed to get it all in one shot. That's great. And I'll show you the vintage electronics here. So these three cassette decks, anything black is not really good. This thing, I've never heard of candle before. It's so light. It feels like there's absolutely nothing inside of it at all. This Sony down here, sometimes you get the Sony cassette decks. Obviously it's missing some pieces. But if you get it whole like this, I've seen them go fairly well on eBay. And you got some vintage speakers. And this is probably the best part. See how well, I haven't plugged it in yet or anything. Sony stereo receiver STR-V4. This part is bent. I think that can be put back, no problem. And yeah, everything at the face looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. So hopefully hopefully I can flip that for a few bucks. This thing here is going to cover up that phone number here, but yeah, that's kind of an old phone. Sonic. It's kind of neat. And then this looks like a vintage car radio. GM Delco, missing the knobs. But, it's the old school selector knobs there. Not a bad little haul today. Alright guys, making some scrap piles today. I've already made one trip to the scrapyard and I'm just loading up for a number 2 round, and a little something came in the mail today. I think I know what it is. Let's take a look here. There we go, new GoPro Hero 2. It's an older one. It's all I can afford right now. Alright, so today we got a bit of a job for us today. Yesterday I cleaned out all of this. I did 3 loads of scrap yesterday. This whole place was just full of stuff. I had the lawn tractor over here, and I had a bunch of other stuff, so I cleared it all out and did 3 loads with the truck and the trailer. I did about $300 for all that stuff. A little under $300. I wasn't able to film it because I was having some technical difficulties with the camera. Anyways, going to load this up and going to get just a load of scrap, and then I'm going to come back home and I'm going to do just non-ferrous stuff. Like I have all these like compressors and some ballasts and stuff. I'm going to do a load of that. My phone is going bonkers today. It's just eBay messages and lots of sales. So you might hear that going off while I'm doing this. This trailer has seen better days. All the wood's rotting out on it. Loaded up some of this little stuff in the back of the truck. Yeah, these old golf clubs, you know, they're probably like, I don't know what they would be made out of. Maybe like some sort of aluminum zinc compound. Don't have time for that, you know. Alright, this just came in the mail today. New signage for my billboard. Perfect size. Not bad. So I'm gonna put that up there. Okay, so I'm right for the scrap yard. Just going to bring in a small little load just to get rid of some of this stuff and clean up the yard a bit. So it's not that much. Hot water tank, 4 furnaces, and a bunch of loose tin. Yeah, it's not too much, but something. Beautiful day here at the scrap yard. This little guy, last little piece of scrap that I have. Okay, just got home and I unhooked the trailer already, so back up this guy into its little spot, keeping the trailer right over there for now. It's pretty lightweight, can move it myself. It's just as long as it's not going uphill. As soon as I start to go uphill, it's it's harder to do. So load up the truck again, go back out. First things first, going to bring these monsters in. They're heavy. So much easier to lift these things up with a strap. That way I'm not having to bend over and hurt my back. This aluminum is still have to go through that stuff, so some of it's dirty. I want to clean all that off before I bring it in. So I won't bring it in today, but I have some other aluminum to bring in. Got water in that guy. It's actually kind of heavy. I'm going to be loading up from that side. Motors to load up, all these batteries and compressors. Yeah, all done. I had more than I thought. I had a lot more than I thought I did. So, whole bunch of stuff down here. Compressors. Got these the motors with two of them with the squirrel cage still on it. Hopefully they can just take it like that as a motor price for me. We'll see. I saw them doing it with someone else, so they seem pretty good there. Bunch of routers down there. Motors, batteries, copper 1, copper 2, bunch of aluminum, aluminum siding, more aluminum, stainless steel back there, more cast aluminum, cast aluminum over there. Oh, which reminds me, I just realized I have some more cast on to put in here. That's all dirty aluminum. That was heavy, that was hard to bring up there. And there's actually an engine block right down there too, from a lawn tractor. That's that bucket over there is number 2 wire. Let's go get that other cast over here. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of stuff back here. More stainless steel, aluminum, and cast. So let's just go over the ticket a little bit here of what I got. Total amount was $298.50, and that was just shy of $300. Not too bad. So, usual stuff like copper 2, copper 1, batteries. This was the one that I find the most interesting. Out of all this, I made the most money off of those compressors. So they gave me 15 cents a pound for the compressors as copper content, or copper bearing. It's the same price as electric motors. Electric motors is also 15 cents a pound. So it was a total of $54. All those compressors were equaled up to 360 pounds. That was really nice. I'm glad they're taking those from me now, giving me a little bit extra money for it. Routers, drums, brake routers, it was 9 cents a pound. For just almost 200 pounds, they gave me $18. Aluminum, more aluminum, stainless steel, insulated wire, aluminum cast, dirty aluminum. And oh yeah, this was just a small piece of number 1 wire. Alright guys, all done at this auction. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm hungry, thirsty. I didn't buy anything at the canteen. Haven't eaten all day. It's about 3:40. I had breakfast. That was it. So I'm gonna barely make it home. I didn't buy that truck. I'll show you the truck right now. It's pretty sweet. It's just this maroon colored one right there. There's not a speck of rust on that thing. Not a speck of rust. Taking really good care of it. It went for $8,500, so $8,500. It was a bit more than I was willing to spend. I was hoping I could snatch it at like, $5,000 or $6,000 at the most, but yeah, I couldn't grab it. Anyways, going to be stuck with this beast for a little while longer, and I'll make some repairs on it. It'll keep me going for a while. I'll show you what I got when I get home. I spent about $80, and not upset about it. I found some okay stuff. I'll definitely make some money back and make a good profit too. So I'll show you what I got when I get home. This is what I bought today at the auction. So 2 sewing machines. They're old Singer sewing machines. And I really like this one here. I've sold one like this before on eBay. I think I remember selling mine for around $300. Not sure what the working condition is of that guy. And also there's this part of it. And this is another sewing machine. It's not as in great condition. But, I've done well with sewing machines in the past. Some hip waders. Fortunately, they're a size too small for me. These are size 11. Maybe for resale value. I only paid $10 for those. Back here is an Erica Typewriter. Again, I like typewriters. I've sold them before. That's just a bunch of knives. There's just a bunch of wire. Another spool of wire here. It's stranded though. It's really kind of just number 2 type wire. Maybe I'll try and resell it though. We'll see. And I bought 2 cardboard boxes of copper. So that was kind of a neat little find. Pretty random. Let's just weigh them up, see how much they weigh. Oops. Alright. That's 16 pounds. Alright, so that's 32 pounds. So about 32 pounds of copper. Most of it is bare bright copper. So $2.80, about $2.75. Pretty much almost paid for what I spent at the auction today just on this scrap copper. I think that's pretty good. And then, yeah, so everything else is just extra. So also got some sockets and some metric wrenches. I needed some more metric wrenches and some little bits. That's like a little thing there. All right, good news. The hip waders, they fit. There we go. Surprised. Usually I take about 12.5, but my toe is like right there. It's good. You can hear the bass shaking already. All right, the truck is all loaded up with our new bin, and we are about to bring it to its new location. All right, we're just dropping off this bin here, and this is roughly where it's going to stay. Once I back the truck up, we'll move it kind of a bit closer to this garbage bin, I guess. Yeah, we just pulled up here and we started getting more stuff out of this bin. You know, we pulled stuff out like a trailer hitch. This thing is just full of hockey gear. More hockey gear there. And this chair was beside the bin when we pulled up. We pulled out a bunch of hats out of the dumpster. And this tire, it's actually like, it must have been like a spare tire or something. It hasn't been used before. So that was in the dumpster too. I'll probably take that and maybe try and find a home for it. And then also pulled out a bunch of wood, some metal, other stuff there. But yeah, this makes no sense. Like, people are just throwing out all this stuff here. So you see, I don't know. Why would someone throw out a bunch of rocks? Just all of this wood. You know, so the whole community is just using this dumpster as, you know, like their own personal garbage can. So, or it could be like out-of-towners, they come here too, because the county over, they don't have as good of a garbage service as Ottawa does. So that could be happening too. Anyways, I'm gonna load up the rest of this stuff and put the bin a little bit closer, and that'll be it. Alright guys, just pulling up to the bin right now, Sunday night, Sunday evening. I'm gonna check out what I have today. Microwaves, barbecue. My way over here, I found this nice little motor. It's hooked up to a, not too sure what that would have been used for. Hooked up to this pulley, and this one turns that. I think that's aluminum. Anyways, start loading this stuff up. Okay, just closing the window here. So it's just finished with that pickup at the drop-off bin, and all in all, it was okay. It was pretty good. I got a lot of mixed stuff there, barbecue. Looks like someone was working on engine block and a whole bunch of bicycle parts, and yeah, a few pieces of copper and brass too. So all in all, it was okay. I just noticed that there were a few pieces missing, because earlier today I swung by in the car and just to see what was there, and there were actually 2 laptops that I didn't film that I picked up earlier today. And so when I went back just now, I noticed that there was one piece that was missing that was there earlier today. So someone swiped it, and it wasn't a very valuable thing. I guess it looked like it was a lockbox of some sort, so maybe they thought that there might be something valuable inside of it, so they just took it. I don't know. A little bit bummed out by it, but I just have to keep reminding myself that this bin is definitely, I'm going to go this way. This bin is definitely giving me more stuff than I would normally get, without having the bin. So I'm definitely just getting lots and lots of stuff. A little bit of loss, a little bit of theft. It's manageable. If it gets to be like repetitive pattern of someone going there every day to take stuff, I mean, that's when you gotta be concerned. But right now it's not a big deal. I lost. This is the first time I've noticed something missing in a long time, so it's all good. Yep, so that's it, and dropped off the bin in the other town. Really excited about that. Hopefully that will start producing more stuff too, more metal, other stuff I can resell. Again?